Poor Millicent, poor Millicent. No film removing Pepsodent. Her smile grew dim and she lost her hymn. So folks, don't be like Millicent. Get Pepsodent. And now, Pepsodent, film removing Pepsodent, presents My Friend Irma in our annual Christmas show.
Well, Christmas is over, and I'm thankful I'm still in one piece. Why do I say that? Let me tell you what happened Christmas Eve at our little apartment at 8224 West 73rd Street in New York City. All was serene and quiet, except for my roommate, Irma Peterson, who was reading.
'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring. Look, Jane, a mouse!
No, don't get excited, it's lost. It's probably looking for Professor Kropotkin's room.
Gee, Jane, I have never been so happy on Christmas Eve, and that's because I have such wonderful friends. You and your new boyfriend Steve, Mrs. O'Reilly, Professor Kropotkin, and of course, Al.
Oh, by all means, Al.
Of course, I can't really consider Al a friend, because he's married.
That's logical.
Jane, you don't know what it means to have a few good friends that you can count on, especially on Christmas Eve when you'd like to be with your family. But mine lives over 1,500 miles away from here.
Irma, you never say much about your family.
Oh, Jane, there isn't much to say. They're just an average family, just like me. Perfectly normal people. For instance, there's Bertha Peterson, my younger sister. She's not as old as I am.
It figures.
And there's my brother, Ernie Peterson. He's engaged. To be married, of course.
Of course. What about your parents?
Oh, I miss them the most. They were just like mother and father to me.
You know, that happens to most families, Irma.
But gee, we're all in Minnesota and I'm here. But I'm not lonesome because I'm surrounded by good friends. And Jane, I really appreciate them. That's why I'm giving the Christmas Eve surprise party tonight for you, Steve, Professor Kropotkin, and Mrs. O'Reilly, and Al.
Tonight? Oh, Irma, honey, I don't know how to tell you.
Tell me what?
Well, dear... Excuse me, honey. Hello? Oh, hello, Steve. What? Yes, I know it's formal. No, I've never been to the Coca Cabana. Yes, I'm terribly excited. It'll be our first Christmas Eve together since we were kids. I'll be ready. Goodbye, dear.
Jane, you mean you're going out tonight with Steve? What about my Christmas Eve party?
But, honey, you didn't say anything about it, and Steve invited me to a Christmas party at the Coca Cabana. I hate to miss it. All of his friends in the show business will be there.
But this is Christmas Eve, and I thought that tonight we'd be together. Christmas Eve isn't like other holidays, you know?
I realize that, honey, but...
I could understand if it was Independence Day. Then we wouldn't have to be together. We could be independent.
Oh, Irma, I'm terribly sorry, but there's nothing I can do about it. Steve asked me last week. Anyway, my not being here shouldn't spoil your party. You'll still have Professor Kropotkin, Mrs. O'Reilly, and Al.
I understand. I still have the others.
Sure, come in.
Why, it's only me, Professor Kropotkin. How are my two little Christmas trees? One full-grown and one little sapling.
Why, Professor!
Excuse me, a little Yuletide joke. By the way, girls, a Merry Christmas to you both.
Merry Christmas to you, too.
Merry Christmas, Professor.
I hope you'll excuse me for coming down. I don't mean to interrupt, but I wasn't feeling so good. And when I don't feel so good, I always rush out of my room as fast as I can.
Why?
I wouldn't be found dead in that place. Well, girls, do you realize tonight's Christmas Eve?
Yes, And just look at that blanket of snow outside. Isn't it lovely?
That's a matter of opinion. If Mrs. O'Reilly doesn't put glass in my windows, not only will I have a blanket of snow, but I'll have a carpet of the same material.
Irma, you better ask Professor about this evening before it's too late.
Oh, yes. Professor, will you come to my Christmas Eve party tonight?
Tonight? Oh, Irma, I'm so sorry.
You mean you can't come either?
It can't be helped. It can't be helped, Irma. Tonight I'm playing my fiddle at the Gipsy tea room. I've been practicing all day.
Oh, that's terrible.
I know, but they pay me for it.
Gee, first Jane disappoints me and now you?
Look, honey, the professor can't help it. He must earn a living. After all, you'll still have Miss O'Reilly, maybe the Martins upstairs, and of course there's Al. Come in. Hello, everybody. Merry Christmas. The same to you, Miss O'Reilly.
Merry Christmas.
Say, Mrs. O'Reilly, that's a beautiful wreath you've got on your door downstairs. But that sign in the middle of it.
You don't like it?
Merry Christmas, lots of cheer. Remember the landlady or you'll freeze next year. To me, it's not a sentimental thought.
Miss O'Reilly, I'm having a big surprise Christmas Eve party tonight for you and Al. Will you come tonight?
Oh, Irma, darling, I'm so sorry.
You mean you're busy too?
Yes, the Martins have invited me to go to Jersey with them. Since they owe me 4 months back rent, I can't afford to let them get on the train by themselves.
Oh, this is awful. First Jane turns me down, then the professor, now you.
Maybe next year, Irma. Merry Christmas. And goodbye.
Oh, Jane.
Oh, sweetie, no. Stop crying. I know you're disappointed, but you should have told us about your party earlier. And besides, you won't be left alone. You bought some food, didn't you?
What do you mean? Of course I bought some food.
Then Al will show up. I guarantee it.
Speaking of food, I thought I'll go up to my room and have some dinner.
Are you cooking, Professor?
No. I take one look at that dump. I sit down and eat my heart out. Merry Christmas, girls, and I'm sorry, Irma.
Honey, I'm sorry things turned out this way for you.
That's alright, Jane. At least I found out who my friends are. I'm gonna go take a shower.
Sweetie, why don't you take a hot bath?
No, if I get in that much water and think who my friends are, I'm liable to drown myself.
Come in! Ow!
Was that Al's voice I heard? Oh, Al, honey!
Chicken, baby, Merry Christmas.
Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas to you. Al, I'm so glad to see you.
Same here, chicken. Give me a great big kiss.
Sure, Al. Oh, Al, you're shivering. How did you get so cold?
Wanted to take the cross-town trolley, but with all that snow on the ground, it took me 4 hours to find a transfer.
Oh my goodness, look at the time. Steve's going to pick me up in an hour, and I'm not even dressed yet. Aren't you going to take your top coat off, Al?
Thanks, Jane, but I'm not staying. Just came in to wish Chicken a Merry Christmas. I gotta be on my way. Got a big deal brewing.
Oh, Al.
Chicken, it's important.
Oh, you and your deals.
Business is business, Chicken. I gotta be running along.
But I'll be left all alone on Christmas Eve, and Al, I depended on you. My own boyfriend.
Chicken, I can only explain.
Don't bother. None of you must think very much of me if you can leave me alone on Christmas Eve. Fine. Friends I have. Bye.
How do you like that?
Ow! Of all the low-down, contemptible, good-for-nothing...
Hold it, Jane. I won't have you saying those things about the girl I love.
I'm not talking about Irma. I mean you. How could you desert her on Christmas Eve? Of all nights. Me? I have to go out with Steve, but you're Irma's only boyfriend.
Jane, I love Irma. And when a man is in love, he is not responsible. He may do strange things. Things he'd never do in his right mind.
What are you talking about?
I went and got a job, like I promised.
You got a job? Al, have you been drinking?
Knew it would shock you. Well, if you want to make a little dough and buy chicken a present,
A present? What kind of present?
she wants one of them toasters that pops the bread up. My friend Mushy almost got one for me from a store, but at the wrong time, the manager popped up. So, I'll have to get it the hard way.
You mean you're going to work and break 5 years of tradition?
When I was away from chicken, I realized how much she means to me, so now I'll do anything.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season.
Listen, Al. The Christmas carolers.
Gee, that's pretty. I'd like to stay, but I gotta start the job tonight. Tell Irma I'll see her tomorrow. Goodbye.
Ring, ring, ring.
Hello? Hello? Who is this?
It's me, Steve. Jane.
Jane, what's wrong? Dollface, you sound terrible.
Steve, I can't go to the club with you.
Why not? Are you sick, Jane?
No, Steve, I'm alright. It's just that, well, Irma, you see, well, Irma hasn't any family or relatives in New York, and this Christmas Eve, all our friends seem busy, and I couldn't leave her alone, Steve.
I wouldn't want you to.
Are you sure you mean that, Steve?
Sure, honey. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Goodbye and Merry Christmas, Jane.
Merry Christmas, Steve. Ow! I thought you left.
Came back for my hat. Didn't mean to eavesdrop, Jane, but if you're willing to give a good time tonight for Irma, I guess it's my duty to be with the chicken too.
Oh, Al, that would be just wonderful. But what about the present you were going to get for Irma? If you don't work tonight, where will you get the money for it?
Gonna hawk my watch.
But Al, that's the only thing you own, and you know that no matter how bad times have been, you said you'd never hawk your watch.
Well, a man like me don't need a watch. I sleep all day, so time is not important. And at night, it's too late to do anything.
Come in! Oh, it's you, Professor.
Excuse me, Jane. I've been thinking about poor little Irma, and well, I decided to give up the job tonight so I could be with Irma.
But, Professor, won't that cost you money? You get big tips during Christmas.
On Christmas Eve, it's not important to make money. It's important to be with friends. After all, what's money?
Well, it's pretty important.
I see you've been talking to Mrs. O'Reilly again. No, my little Irma has no father in New York, so tonight Professor Kropotkin will be her father.
Attaboy, Pop.
Listen, Al. The first chance I get, I'm disinheriting.
Excuse me, everybody. I took the liberty of walking in. Why, Mrs. O'Reilly! I thought you were on your way to New Jersey. I changed my mind. I got to thinking about poor little Irma being all alone tonight. I just didn't have the heart to go. I'm going to stay here with Irma. Isn't that wonderful? Professor Kropotkin just said that he's going to be her father. I'll tell you if that's the case. I'll be her mother.
I've got news for you. If you're the mother, I'll be on the train for Reno the next morning.
Listen, everybody. I've got a wonderful idea. Irma's going to throw a surprise party for us. Now, we'll throw one for her. We'll give her the best Christmas a girl has ever had.
Swell. I'll go out and hop my watch and buy the present.
I'll go get my violin.
We can have the party in my apartment. It's bigger. Come along, Janie. We'll start decorating. Oh, it'll be a Merry Christmas. Come on, Professor. Take my arm.
A fair swap. She's been taking my blood all year.
Oh, wait until Irma finds out. She'll be the happiest girl in New York.
Hey, how's it going? How you doing? Next. Where to, miss?
Please, mister, what's the fare to Minneapolis?
$58 round trip.
$58? I only have $6. Where can I go for $6?
$6. Let me see. How about Niagara Falls?
Oh, I couldn't go to Niagara Falls. I'm not even married. I'll find some other place to go. Merry Christmas. Well, we're down in Miss O'Reilly's room. The professor, Al, and myself. Al is leaving proudly. Come January the 1st, he will have completed a solid 6 years of study and employment. I'm setting the table, and Miss O'Reilly is out trying to find a Christmas tree.
Oh, my aching feet. I've walked all over and I cannot find a Christmas tree.
Did you see Irma anywhere in the neighborhood?
No, I didn't. But it's nothing to worry about. We must get the tree before she gets back.
Tree? There's only one man who can help us.
Who, Al?
Who else but... Hello, Joe. Al, got a problem. Need a Christmas tree right away. What? I can get one at Macy's already trimmed for $10? Oh, the diamond glass cutter. The tree is in the window. No, Joe, this is Christmas Eve. When I hear jingle bells, I don't want them on a patrol wagon. What, Joe? You're playing Santa Claus tonight? Going down a chimney? Joe, this is quite a change for you, isn't it? Oh, you're going in with an empty bag and coming out with a full one. Well, Joe, nothing I can say except good luck and Merry Christmas.
Oh, Al, what are we going to do? It's getting so late. That must be Irma. Let's surprise her. Stand over there. Let's put out the lights and give her a big kiss.
Come in.
Merry Christmas, honey.
Here's one for me.
Me too, my darling daughter.
For Pete's sake, will someone please put on the lights?
Steve!
I thought Irma needed a shave.
Steve, we didn't expect you. I thought you went to the Copacabana.
I couldn't take it. Same old crowd, same old monotony. So I realized that I'd rather be here with real people on Christmas Eve. Where's Irma?
Well, She thought we were all deserting her, so she went out in a huff. That's why we're throwing a surprise party for her, and we're waiting for her to come back.
We don't want to find Irma until we get a Christmas tree, though. Got any ideas, Steve?
Why don't we go out and buy one?
Nice gesture, Steve. We'll wait here for you.
Oh, Steve, you don't have to.
It's my pleasure, Jane. I saw one on the way over. I'll have one in a few minutes. Be right back.
And I'll get the cake out of the oven.
And I'll make some punch.
And I'll tell you when it's right. Hey, Jane, what are you crying about? The party's taking form.
I know! It's wonderful having everyone here to pitch in. Steve's getting a tree, and all of you guys giving up things. Oh, this is the most wonderful Christmas I've ever had.
Jingle bells, jingle bells.
Look, lady, this is your third round trip on this ferry boat. Ain't you got a home? Ain't you got any friends?
No.
Well, take my advice. Make some.
Alright, I'll try. Thank you, and a Merry Christmas to you. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Sleigh. Oh, what fun it is to ride on a sleigh, on a one-horse. Holy fellows, look, lady, we're Christmas carolers. We don't do this for a living, but we enjoy it, and we rehearse a great deal. We don't mind you joining us. We'd just like to have the sleigh come after the horse. I'm sorry. Okay, fellows, let's do it again. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride when the horse comes after the sleigh. Look, lady, would you mind running along? Oh, all right. I was just lonely. Merry Christmas.
Pardon me, lady. You have a dime for a cup of coffee?
Yes, poor man. And a Merry Christmas. Maybe you ought to have another dime for the donut.
Well, thank you.
Oh dear. I don't have any change.
Would you like me to break that 5 for you?
If you don't mind. Are you all alone in New York too?
Yes. How about you?
I'm from Minnesota.
Minnesota? Oh, well. I know that place. You know, you look very familiar.
I do? My name is Peterson.
Of course, you're Peterson's little daughter.
My father's name is George.
Let me think. Peterson, say. That must be George Peterson.
How did you know?
Why, I remember you used to live in
Minneapolis.
let me see. George Peterson, Minneapolis. That's the place. Never forgot a man.
Oh, it's so nice to meet an old friend. Especially when you're lonely. You can keep the $5, sir.
Thank you, but this is only a loan. I will return it next time I see your father. Good old Fred Petersburg in Wisconsin. Goodbye.
No, it's Peterson in Minnesota. Oh, Mister! Al, we've walked for miles. Perhaps we better go home and call the police to look for Irma.
Maybe you're right, Jane.
Pardon me, bub. You got a dime? Oh, Al, it's you. Got that quarter you owe me?
Bugsy, ain't you got no character? How can you panhandle on Christmas Eve?
Great pickings tonight. Just got Finn from a blondie. Told her I knew her old man. Peterville or Peterson in Minnesota?
Peterson, Al!
Bugsy, which way did she go?
Across town, you know her?
Why? What's the difference?
I've been feeling kind of like a crumb ever since I clipped her. Seemed like such a nice kid. Could you give her back this Finn? Thanks. Merry Christmas. Bud, got a dime for a cup of coffee?
Come on, Al, let's go home and call the police. Now I'm really getting panicky.
All right, Jane, I'm with you.
lady, I seen that picture. Mildred Pierce. Now, you get off this bridge.
I was just looking at the water, Mr. Watchman.
Look, lady, don't look down there. Everything that's beautiful is up here. It's Christmas Eve, you know.
Yes, I know. And I'm so lonely.
I get it. You're all alone, huh?
Yes.
Any friends?
Yes, but my closest friends are far away.
Don't cry, sister. You're coming home with me. We ain't got much, but we're happy to share it.
Hey, Bill.
Yes, Sergeant?
Did you happen to see a blonde girl? Say, lady, what's your name?
Irma Peterson?
That's all we want to know. Come along, sister.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Didn't do what?
I don't know, but my boyfriend always says to say you didn't do it.
Now look, Janie. We've got to be brave. Now it's up to the police. They'll find her. But we've got to take our minds off of it. Mrs. O'Reilly, would you like to dance?
Oh, I'd love to.
I'll go dance with her. I'll play the fiddle. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Well, how do you like that? I've just started playing and already the neighbors got the police here.
No, it's a squad car pulling up. I think it's Irma.
My chicken!
Oh, ow! It's Irma! The police have found her! She's coming up the steps! Quick, turn off the lights, everyone! Come on, we can still surprise her and have the party!
Come on in, dearie.
Irma, darling!
Surprise, chicken. Here's a big kiss for you.
And here's a kiss from your father.
Why, Professor?
Quick, turn on the lights. I'm dying. I think I just kissed Mrs. O'Reilly.
Irma, darling, Merry Christmas! Where have you been?
You're all here? I thought no one loved me, and I felt so alone.
Oh, honey, don't you know that people always spend Christmas Eve with the loved ones? And you're the one we love the most.
Exactly my sentiments.
Bless my little Irma. You're like my own daughter.
Sure, chicken. I'd never leave you. I want to spend all my Christmas Eves with you.
Oh, this is the best Christmas a girl ever had, surrounded by her friends. Oh, it's midnight. Is that right, Al?
Wait a minute. I'll look at my watch.
Al, why are you going to the window?
Watch happens to be across the street. You're right, chicken. It's 12 o'clock. Merry Christmas, chicken.
Merry Christmas, Al. And Merry Christmas, Mrs. O'Reilly, and Professor Kropotkin, and Steve, and Jane, and all our friends. Merry, Merry Christmas.
And as for me, my sentiments are the same as to those of my friend Irma.
Remember, your friend Irma says,
All my friends by accident.
and what's the really hardest, trickiest part of your home permanent? Isn't it curling those short ends around your forehead and neck? Now, at last, that problem's licked. Yes, by an amazing little curler that's utterly different from any you've ever seen. It's the new Mary Martin Shortcut Curler. The famous star of South Pacific says,
It works like magic. Grips short ends, hugs them fast through every step of your home permanent. It's wonderful.
get your Shortcut Curlers now. This offer's made for a limited time. Ask at your favorite drug or cosmetic counter for special pack, 12 Mary Martin shortcut pearls, plus Brave Home permanent refill, only $1.29.